Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I want to show you guys how to transition between maqam saba and maqam ajam. So from saba to ajam. Okay? And it's interesting there. You might find other videos on YouTube that say like how to transition from this maqam to that maqam. But oftentimes it's just a recitation and they're not actually showing you like how the transition happens. So I want to give you a little bit of a look into the structure of the maqam and not necessarily like the full details. There's a lot that goes on in terms of structure of maqamat and stuff, and we teach that in our classes. But just to give you a sense of what's happening with the maqam and how you can go from saba to ajam in this case, and then more broadly, maybe in other videos we can cover other maqamat if you're interested in that. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little humming, and I'll go from saba to ajam, and pay attention to the change in the feel or the mood of the maqam. So saba is that maqam that has a characteristically kind of sad vibes, and ajam is kind of the opposite. It has more of a feeling of a joyful feeling, feelings of excitement, a little bit more high energy, and so on. Okay, so saba. And ajam. I'll do a reading. Pay attention to the feel of it. Okay, we're going to recite from surah Qaf. Okay, and surah Qaf has these amazing kind of visuals, right? Of the time of death and these this scene that's going on, and let's recite. So this is surah Qaf. It is ayat 27. Ayat 27. Okay, so I'll start in saba and then I'll transition to ajam. And I want you to pay attention to the feel and hear the change. And then I'll give you a little bit of an explanation of what's actually going on behind the scenes in terms of the structure of the maqam. Okay? So, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قال قرينه ربنا ما أطغيته ولكن كان في ضلال بعيد قال لا تختصموا لدي وقد قدمت إليكم بالوعيد ما يبدل القول لدي وما أنا بظلام للعبيد يوم نقول لجهنم هل امتلأت وتقول هل من مزيد وأزلفت الجنة للمتقين غير بعيد هذا ما توعدون لكل أواب حفيظ من خشي الرحمن بالغيب وجاء بقلب منيب ادخلوها بسلام ذلك يوم الخلود لهم ما يشاءون فيها ولدينا مزيد. Okay, there we have the reading, and we switch from this imagery of Jahannam. يوم نقول لجهنم هل امتلأت وتقول هل من مزيد, where Jahannam is being asked, do you got space for more? And Jahannam says, is there more? Like, bring it on, right? So it's an intense scene, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't end there. Like, right away it flips, right? So there's this, honestly, you have to read it. This is Surah Qaf, which is Surah number 50. And ayah number here is 27 onwards, right? Actually, the whole surah. Read the whole surah in a translation you understand, and just like feel yourself drawn into the experience of what's going on. But here it doesn't just end there on this note of like people entering Jahannam, but now right away it flips around. Wa uzlifatil jannatu lil muttaqin ghayru ba'id. That Jannah, for those who have taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Jannah is going to be brought near, and the people are going to go into Jannah and given this glad tidings of udkhuluha bi salam, like go enter into Jannah in peace and so on. So the feel of it changes, and there's this message of hope for those who have taqwa in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But that's that. So it's it kind of showing you how the maqamat can now be used in a creative way to draw out different emotions and draw out different feelings and immerse you into the energy of the meaning of what is going on in the Quran. Okay, so a little bit behind the scenes in terms of what's going on. I'm gonna hum the pattern of saba and then go into ajam, and then I'll explain a little bit as well. Okay, so saba. Now I'll go back to what I did before, which is do each separately but bring it together. Okay. Saba. Okay, so I did it side by side. Now, if I was to bring it together in a sort of one breath, so in one breath for now, from saba to ajam. What's happening? I want you to pay attention to saba here, and we're going to use our fingers. So this is the type of thing that I teach in our classes when I talk about structure of maqamat. Once you understand the structure of maqamat, a lot of things like these transitions and so on, you're not relying just on a feel, right? Some people, if they're reciting in these maqamat, each of them, they want to combine them, then they have to kind of recite and feel their way around until they end up from one to the other. Once you understand it a little bit more structurally, it becomes very easy actually to understand how to go from one maqam to another. So in this case, saba, let's use our fingers. So, okay, first this. Let's now go 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now when you understand how the maqamat line up and the structure of the different maqamat, and it's I'm not going to go into full detail here, but just to give you a glimpse or a preview, this 6, so no, this was my 5, so this is my 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This 6 here is the top of ajam. Okay, so hold that sound. Hold the sound and do it. Try it right now. Make the sound. Now, if you hold this sound, you can complete the 6 down of saba. But this sound here is also our 8 of ajam. So, saba, ajam, If you can hear it, this same sound now is this number 6 coming down of saba, and it's also the 8 of ajam, which means that once you're reciting in saba, and you from this point you can go either way, right? So from this point, and if you know this point now, you can see that you can go this way to saba, this way to ajam. Okay, so that's a little glimpse, and I'll do it again now. I'll combine it, and you'll see that the point that I go to ajam is from this point. Okay, so knowing this point then is essential to now knowing saba, the structure of saba, and then knowing the structure of ajam. And now merging it with this point is essential to now being able to go easily between one and the other. And it's like this with many other maqamat as well. Think of if you're driving, maybe I'll do a separate videos. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments on different transitions between maqamat. It's actually a lot of fun, and it's when you understand the structure of it, it's I'm telling you, it becomes a lot easier for students. Like sometimes they're kind of even new to maqamat. Once they get one maqam, get another, bayati and hijaz. It's very easy to do them together when you understand the structure. It's like a map. It's like having a map, right? If, for example, I'm on, I'm in North America, so we drive on the right side of the road. It'll be the opposite if you're like in the UK or wherever. So if we're driving on what we call the highway, maybe in some places they call it the freeway or the interstate or something of this sort. So if I'm in the leftmost lane, right, and if one road is going like this and the other road is going like that, right, they intersect. You have to know where they intersect to be able to merge from one to the other, right? You have to know, okay, I'm driving on this highway, and to get onto that road, I need to be in this place so as to merge and exit and to go off onto that other, local road or city road or whatever. If I'm in the leftmost lane, if I'm not in the correct place, I'm not going to be able to like just zip across several lanes and then exit and find my way into the place I want to be. So that's where when you understand the structure, if you have a map in your head and you know that, okay, my exit is coming up over here, I need to be in this place, right, in the right lane, so that I can exit smoothly and be on my way. It's the same thing now if you're doing saba and you're doing ajam and you're kind of like trying to feel your way around. You might get it, you might get the transition, but it takes more mental energy and more kind of feeling your way through it. Whereas when you understand the structure, you're like, okay, this is my intersection, and from this point, I can go either way from saba or to ajam. I can turn left, I can turn right, whatever. And it gives you more creative control. Okay? Hope that helps. Hope you find that interesting and enjoyable. And, barakallahu feekum. Let me know if you're interested in more such videos. I'll be happy to do more of these. Take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.